is my channel, Evolve with Monette. For those of you that are new here, I am a professional intuitive empath, and I'm going to just jump right into the video before any nurses or doctors come in because it's about that time. Listen, guys, the best relationships of your life will be people who desire to stay in resonance and harmony and union with you. Does that mean that you will never have areas or issues where things are not working and you guys are not on the same page? No. But we all have had those shitty friendships with people that are not honorable and or not willing to do the heavy lifting, that are like, I just need a break. Now, it's okay to need a break. It's okay to need some space. It's okay to need some time. These are healthy coping mechanisms. But if someone wants to take break for a long period of time and they don't feel like the desire to get back into accord with you, this is not a friend or a real family member, no matter what your DNA strands say. Let me explain. Someone who is out of an energetic good vibration with you can't sleep at night. And this is something that I was doing some studying and researching last night, and this is wisdom that Teal Swan is espousing, and so I'm gonna just expound on it. You can find her videos and shorts, and you can hear this. So I never want to take any credit, but it got me to thinking, and I thought that's exactly right, and I wanted to share it with you, empath, divine feminine. If you are, especially if you're in that divine masculine twin flame nonsense, someone that actually values you has to fix it. They can't sleep at night. They aren't just being petulant, taking their ball and running away. They're going to work on it day after day until it gets right. It may not be easy, but those are the friendships that are highly valued and that are actually worth your time, investment, and energy. If someone is able to sleep at night without being correct with you or without working through whatever the issue is, if they can go 1, 2, 3, 4 nights and that's something that doesn't bother them, and this is not someone that has your highest interest at heart, this is not your friend. I don't care what they've told you or how long you've known them. I will tell you, in my situation, it was a deciding factor for me. I remember starting to have someone take some accountability for some BS behavior they were exhibiting repeatedly. And I remember that she would use her tears as a haymaker to kind of distract me. I knew it wasn't that she was upset, I knew she was pissed that I was holding her accountable. And I knew that this was not a friend that was going to be in my life for long, because that is not how my bonds are. Our bond was not strong enough, it was very weak, it wasn't authentic, and now I realize that. But however, in that moment, she was to take the ball and run away. She was the, I just need some time, I just need a break, it's a lot. Da, da, da. It was a bunch of bullshit. Someone that loves you is going to figure it out, they're going to work through it. We all have different ways that we've communicated and different strategies we have learned or have not learned from our family about that. So I am not being cold or unkind or unempathetic. I think that yes, maybe we do need to take a pause and we don't want to be in the thick of a fight. We need to walk away from each other sometimes for a minute, but then we should be immediately back to getting it right. Do you get what I'm saying? I want you to think about your relationships where people have taken their ball and gone away, when you're like, no, let's fix it, let's stay. And even if it was just a temporary moment of pause, that's very healthy. But in the long term, did they really fight to fix it? Could they sleep at night? Were they okay if you guys were out of alignment? Someone that is like that is being emotionally abusive, and they're just not that invested. And that's how come it was very easy for me to disembark from that connection, because I realized, like, no, I have friendships where people will try to fix things and they want the accountability. They hold me accountable, I hold them accountable. But in that connection, I realized that she was not interested or invested, and that I had grossly miscalculated her loyalty and her willingness to actually be a friend, and her ability to be moral or to have any kind of allegiance to what I thought our deep friendship was. I was having a deep friendship with myself, by myself, in an illusion. And a lot of you guys have been in that same kind of confusion with other lovers and or with friends and or with family members. So that's the thing. Someone that loves you, the best of friends and family, want to be in resonance with you. They want you guys to be on the same accord. They want you guys to energetically be actually connected. They want things to be good. And they will work hard to facilitate that, even if it's painful. I'm having a lot of various cares, and one of them is an incredibly painful thing that happens every single day, but it's going to help all of the bad go away so that the good can stay and I can get properly healthy. And can I just say, I don't want to do this? No, it sucks. I grit my teeth, I cry, I communicate with my nurses, but every day we do a thing to get me to a healthier space. And that is the same way you have to work your relationships so that you stay away from having egg on your face or feeling like it has been a waste or a waste of time or energy. Sometimes you have to go into a thing over and over to get out the toxicity and to address it in an immediacy. I just put up another video where I talked about addressing things quickly and stop letting things slide more quickly, empath, because that's something that we've done. We're all the let's stick beside, but we always are letting things slide. And that's no longer a way you can be when you start to have boundaries and accountability for yourself. You have to speak up for yourself. And this is part of it. When it comes to relationship maneuvering, reconfigurations, and triage, you have to know that the other person is as willing to go as far as you're willing to go regarding fixing it, regarding addressing it when it's uncomfortable, regarding doing the heavy lifting. Brene Brown talks about your rock friends, the people that will really stick beside you. I recently did a video where I talked about Tear Soup, and there was a character named Midge in that who was willing to carry the main protagonist through a heavier time. Not everybody's capable of doing it with you, but you cannot call everybody friend if they're not. And everybody's not your deep family member, no matter again what that DNA and that blood says. If they are cool fighting with you and letting it go on for months or years or whatever, they never cared about you. And then you can stop carrying all this like, oh, all that goes out of the window. It actually lifts you and it gives you some levity because it alleviates a lot of your guilt when you realize that someone was never as invested as you were. And then you can start investing in connections that are just as invested as you are. So that's your message for today. Make sure that the person that loves you wants to stick and stay, and the person that will cannot sleep if you guys are not good. They might be able to for a night or two, but it won't go much longer than that. They will come back. Those people that like stone cold cut people off and whatever, then their ego won out. Their pride went out. They were not living in love. They were living for clout and for what everybody else thought. If you want a friendship worth having, you till the soil of that friendship. It's not always comfortable, but by God, is it worth it when you get the yield of the fruit. I love you guys. Come back and join me next time, and we will continue to evolve together.